Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So things are underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Quality ball. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter. Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Paris Saint-Germain really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Timber. That'll be a throw. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We're up and running then. Chelsea with the corner. They're first. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Ibrahimovic wins the duel this time. Now it's Rafinha. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Fernandes. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Fernandes.
Raphael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
Yeah, that's something for which he has rightly received a lot of praise in view of the kind of players he's been paired with down the years.
Yeah, and something he can do thanks to his great recovery pace and an outstanding sense of positioning too.
Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Tchouaméni, can he spark a counter here? Stood up well to him there.
This is the time you need that pace.
Ibrahimovic, it's a threatening ball. So we're still where we started right now. Barella. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. It's a promising position. João Neves did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Chelsea always looking for runners up front here.
Yeah, it is a regular tactic of theirs.
Yeah, it can make life really tough for you from a defensive point of view, having to constantly be on guard.
And the shot! He's delivered all right! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Cucurella, pass somewhat off target. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. João Neves does really well to win the ball there. Rafinha. And it's Tchouaméni. Barella. Eze. Cucurella. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. No, that's been intercepted. João Neves. Rafinha. And it's Fernandes. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And that's gone loose. Oh, what has happened here? João Neves! It's a goal! Once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Cucurella. And this is Ibrahimovic. Cucurella just loves to go forward whenever he can. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Fernandes. Oh, that's neat.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
There's a sharp little ball here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
The referee says that is that for the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
And we come to you now with a quick
So, nothing in it, Jim? What do you think?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. Paris Saint-Germain kick off the second half.
Chelsea are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Spread out to the left. Space for him to turn. It's Ibrahimovic! Eze! And he's stuck it away! And again they hit the front! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Lahm. And Fernandes. Lahm. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Rafael Varane. And it's Tchouaméni. And Rafinha. Rafinha. Now this could be a chance.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
He's in a great position here. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
That's destined for the flank. That's a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Ibrahimovic.
Bellingham.
Number
Chelsea
15,
are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
17,
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Coming on the field, number 11,
And it's Bellingham.
Mbappe. Number 42,
Adriano is being harried and hassled.
Number 10,
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process,
Joe
Peter.
Neves. Substitutions taking place.
Adriano. Oh, that's a key interception. Rafael Varane. And it's Cucurella. Has a look and plays it forward.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
João Neves. Matheus Cunha. Araujo. Can he get on the end of it? Adriano! And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
So we have
Adrian.
movement on both benches.
Coming on the field is
Chelsea go up by
number
2 and are looking good.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Good effort first time.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters. who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. Ibrahimovic unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
There's no doubt that this fella's contribution will be highly important. It's the one and only Philipp Lahm.
And what do you consider his greatest quality? Towering header! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Barella, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. João Neves, and Cucurella, and that's gone loose. Araujo. Lahm. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Tchouaméni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nesta. And it's Tchouaméni. To Barella. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. And it's Tchouaméni. No, he's not getting any further than that. Knocks it out wide. João Neves. Played out wide. Now it's Guendouzi.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Eze. And this is Ibrahimovic. Guendouzi.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And this is Ibrahimovic. He's found a way through.
Paris Saint-Germain really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That'll do under the circumstances. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And he has been fouled there. João Neves. Rafinha. João Neves. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Barella. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Looking for the run. And that could set him on his way. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! It's hit the upright. Bellingham.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Tchouaméni.
Chelsea certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Ibrahimovic is firing after that one. Stood up well to him there. And that is a little undercooked. Guendouzi. And it's Lahm.
Such good technique.
Oh, well played. Bellingham. That's Eze. Cucurella. Tchouaméni. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. Oh, important interception. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Cucurella. And it's Neves. That's a throw. And it's Cucurella.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Tchouaméni. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Eze. Now it's come to nothing. Good read, needed to be. And he's there to clear it. So, a temporary halt to the action. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Chelsea currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we are back on the way.
Chelsea
Goes for a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
really anticipated that well, didn't he? They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Cucurella.
Oh, great feat, that.
And they've got a throw. Cucurella. And he's had it nicked away. And that has put paid to that. Chelsea do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Bellingham. Here's Tchouaméni. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So we've reached the hour mark. And here's Guendouzi. Now, can they get him away? Flashes it across. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
João Neves showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Nesta. Ibrahimovic looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now! And the finish! And a neat finish! Do not write them off! Back they come! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So we have movement on both
Ibrahimovic.
benches.
Number 15.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Coming on the field. Number 11.
Chelsea are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Number 87.
Tchouaméni.
Joe Neves. Substitutions taking place.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Mbappe.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Bellingham simply refused to be outdone there. Ibrahimovic. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And it's Lahm. Very nicely done. Oh, super, it's Bale! And no, he had to, and yet he could not.
Bale has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Lahm. Looking to play him in. Great ball if he can get there. Bale! And how did he not put that away? Joe Neves. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Lahm. He's cut it out. That's put paid to the danger. Conte. Tchouaméni. And here's Xavi Simons. That's surely a foul. Free kick. Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area. That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And it's Bale. Tries to pass it through. Bellingham. He's got away. Tries a shot! So 90 minutes have come and gone. It's going to be extra time. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next.
Substitution on the field. Number 14, Tchouaméni.
So our quest to find the winner continues.
Number 22, Ødegaard. Substitution.
Timber. Ibrahimovic concedes a free kick for that. The pass has gone astray. That's a decent clearance. Xavi Simons. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Varane gets across to intercept that. Valverde. Conte. And here's Ibrahimovic. Adriano. And it's Musiala. Crunching tackle. And it's Valverde. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? And he should have made them pay.
Xavi Simons has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
They've played it short. Lahm play... And a header! They've got to be quick to recover this. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's an imaginative pass. It's Adriano! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. Bale with the clearance. Nesta. Ødegaard. Now Timber. Nicely weighted ball. And this is how... Can he finish? Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! It looked as though it gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce...
And we're halfway through extra time.
And now,
well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. So this is it, one goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist?
substitution on the field. Number 5.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes?
Ibrahima Konate.
This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. It's a searching pass. Adriano was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Lahm. And this is Dembele. Shoots! And that could have brought them level.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
Conte. Dembele.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Bruno Fernandes. Adriano.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Mbappe. Oh, he's been flattened there. It's their second corner of the game. Bellingham tries to clear.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, it's Dembele, and it's played into the middle. Timber is there, and he can get that clear. Valverde!
Valverde really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Musiala. They get a throw in.
Well, they shouldn't be...
And we're done. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this play... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So straight into the action. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Now it's Haaland. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Lahm. Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash. Bellingham. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. And it's Tchouaméni. Guendouzi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Haaland. Oh, that was vital. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Chelsea clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Haaland.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Barella. João Neves. And it's Ibrahimovic. Now, can they get him away? No, he wasn't going to let him past. Pinches it off him. Rafinha. Barella. Stood up well to him there. Haaland. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Guendouzi. Bellingham. Good purposeful running this. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Cucurella. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Timber. Here's Tchouaméni. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And here's Ibrahimovic. And here's Rafinha. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Barella. And they can counter here. Barella makes a move down the right. And he's forced to go back. Tchouaméni challenged just a bit on the firm side. Tchouaméni, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. He's on it, can he get away? Look at the space, big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Chouameni, and it's Guendouzi. Crosses it in, and he's taking no chances there. Eze. Muscular approach does pay off here. Rafinha. And here's Neves. Mbappe shoots! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing.
Yeah, the keeper was thinking about his angles, and Loft just took him out of the equation. Elementary.
You felt it was coming. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Chelsea finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we are back on the way.
Chelsea can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And that has put paid to that. Guendouzi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Great vision. That is good alertness. And it's Guendouzi. Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. Chouameni. Timber. And here's Eze. And here's Barella. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And no mistake. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Coming on to replace
Chelsea restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Chips it through. And that's a throw-in. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Ibrahimovic being hunted in tacks.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Chelsea do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Adriano. It's Adriano! And it's come back out to him. Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Substitution on the field. Number 15.
So we have movement on both
Eze.
benches.
Number 17.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Bellingham.
Well, they've done the hard part now,
23,
Peter. Can they cling on, or
Coming
even
on the
better, can they
field.
get another?
Number 42. Musiala.
Nicely shaped
Number
ball.
10,
That's positional gold, the utilisation of
Number
space.
87,
Ah,
John
such a
Neves.
clever touch.
Substitution.
Musiala. And it's Neves. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Valverde. It's a pretty loose pass. Adriano. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Paris Saint-Germain really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Musiala. Adriano. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. It's a promising position.
Oh, great feat, that.
And he's managed to get free.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Vinicius Junior scooting forward. Lam is looking to influence the game from out wide. Knocks it into space. And this is Ibrahimovic. Valverde. That is a brilliant interception. That's going to go a long way.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That has not gone well. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Chelsea close now to seeing this one through to the end. Rafael Varane. Tchouaméni. And that is as far as it goes. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Ibrahimovic picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Children's announcement. With the
So there it is. What struck you most about that?
What a game, what a show of character. It wasn't looking good at one stage, it was quite flat in the first 45 minutes. But that's how you turn things around. You get a purpose in your game and you go for it.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.